Why is voice and video are increasingly important for customer experience? And I am Nathan Stratton, founder and chief technology officer of Vicinity. I've been working with Rasa now at Vicinity for 3 years, and previously at Broadsoft for 2 years. So I've been working with Rasa really almost since its inception, and it's been a great ride so far over the last 5 years. Oops. Customers want it now. Customers are looking for immediate answers. They're looking for cool demos, interactive content, and personalized journeys. They are looking for that through a host of medium, but one of the common threads is that they want it instant gratification. What marketers want is higher conversion rates. They're looking for more engaging experience, improved ROI in all of their campaigns, both print and digital, and they're looking for personalized journeys and customer loyalties. The reality is very different. Budgets are shrinking, personnel costs are soaring, omnichannel experiences are out of sync, lacking of video as an example, and chatbots still require typing, especially on smartphones. This can be a problem. This can be a problem with driving. And contactless is the new norm. We have a number of customers that are approaching us and saying, we don't want an interface that is touch-based anymore. And so this is a real problem for some of the existing solutions. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Voice is faster than typing. If I had to convey this presentation in a chat, we would be talking a lot longer than my 20 minutes allows. So, that is something that is a reality. Hands-free interactions are important, and more natural conversations with voice than by just simply typing. Voice bots also have challenges, though. Vicinity started as a voice bot only platform, and we really quickly realized that real-time interactions require engagement. That engagement, customers, if they're staring at a totem in a grocery store, for example, they need to be able to see something to engage them in that conversation. Users quickly lose focus. There's a lot of distractions today. And the average person remembers just a fraction of what is said to them. This presentation will be up recorded live later because you might want to go back and hear of something I said, and that is just the reality of a voice communication experience. And it's technically harder to maintain context and filter out nonsense with a voice-only scenario. Today, the world is moving to video. If you look at things like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they've all demonstrated the value and the importance of video. If you look at the social media networks like LinkedIn, Facebook, they all are moving to streaming options instead of just a audio or just a static text content. The power of video is undeniable. Here's a bunch of statistics on kind of video that we've pulled up from a number of different industry reports. Some of the ones that I really associate with is 80% of audiences would rather watch a live video from a brand than read a blog. 82% prefer live video from a brand over social posts. These are some things that are changing and are becoming much more ubiquitous throughout the users today. I think of just my own children. They hold their phones like this in front of their faces instead of holding them up to their ear because they're in a video chat with their friends rather than just an audio chat. Real-time video interactions are hard. This can be stated a couple times. It requires broad domain expertise. You don't only have to understand the SIP, NLU, NLP, but you have to understand video broadcasting and WebRTC. WebRTC only recently became a standard across all platforms and browsers. I like to think of iOS as an example. It wasn't until iOS 14.3, which just came out a couple of months ago, that you could use Google Chrome in a WebRTC call on an iOS device. And that now is ubiquitous. Now that we have that with Chrome and Safari on iOS and Chrome on Android, we're finally now becoming standardized on the platforms that we use to be able to provide a video experience. Digital humans are still evolving. Things like frames per second, is lower today and going up. They tend to require things like GPUs in the back end to be able to provide them at decent frame rates and provide them in a way that looks realistic. One of the things that we like to look at when we're looking at digital humans in a video side is what we call the uncanny valley. And as you get closer to representing a live human being on a screen, it tends to start creeping you out until you get over that valley and get into something that looks realistic enough to fake somebody out. And so that's very important in that migration. Need to create managed microsites with individual user content for the engagement experiences. What is a video engagement platform? We have a multilingual video avatar, and then that engagement platform interfaces first to Multimedia Gateway. A gateway is the thing that supports WebRTC, SIP, broadcast services, gRPC, all of the real-time communications. Microsite proxy server allows us to push content to a user in a unique way for them to be able to see on the screen or on a microsite. And then the voice core platform. This is where we rely on things like Rasa on our back end. Like I said, we've been using Rasa since our inception for about 3 years now. And we also have to have things like ASR, TTS, and things like Agent Builder to create platforms and build the actual bots that we use. Agent Builder, as I touched on, is a platform that allows us to build a real-time voice and video agents. It's built from scratch internally. We looked at some of the commercial and open source solutions that are out there, but because of the video requirements and even some of the voice requirements, we chose to build our own rather than use something that's there. It allows rich overlays of video, images, and other multimedia content in the experience, and supports multiple types of actions, things like transfer, pausing, API calls in and out, SMS, DTMF, all of that wonderful sort of thing. Omnichannel deployments are very important today. You can't simply just say we're going to provide this on a website or even on a kiosk or digital signage. Something like you see behind me is a representation of a totem that we have in some retail locations, or QR codes. We find the QR codes is something that is coming back. As people are looking for a contactless way to engage, QR codes is a great way to do that. And mobile device with a mobile-first strategy allows you to take a picture of a QR code and then from that picture immediately pull up a WebRTC link, and that WebRTC link allows you to start engaging with a voice and video bot through that technology. This is a high-level process flow overview. Shopper experience can be anything from totems, QR codes, even legacy telephone phones, PSTN or a VoIP call. We have, through QR codes and totems and web browsers, the ability to engage microsites for each customer that needs that type of rich media interactions as well. All of that is fronted by a multimedia gateway that interacts between the voice and video streams and then the textual representation of what is said or what needs to be said on the back end. The vicinity core, again, is where Rasa lives and some of our other technologies. We leverage, as I said, both open source as well as our own proprietary technologies in the back end. Interactive rich media experience. This is an example of one of our avatars and on a mobile device. And you can share links with SMS or text. And we also provide escalation. So one of the things that's important for a lot of our customers is what happens if you get stuck in a video voice experience with a chatbot. And one of the things that we provide is video queuing that allows customers to have their own video agents in a call center. And if they get stuck on the call center can then help them out. They can just simply say agent, or even the agent, virtual agent can determine that they're not able to be helped and hand them off to a live video agent in a call center. Core process architecture, and let me first say I apologize for this slide. It was inserted this morning and I did not review it. There is no such thing as ARS that I'm aware of. It should say ASR for automatic speech recognition. So I apologize for the errors in that slide. But today, one of the things that we do is TTS caching for all of the TTS providers that we have, as well as the avatar voices, which is human played voice in exchange for instead of a computer generated voice. And the reason we implement TTS caching is because of the delays that we get from our third-party providers like Google in TTS. And it becomes very, very important to be able to get that to a user as quick as possible. And by pre-running all of the variants and caching, we're able to greatly lower the latency between when a voice bot says something and when a response can be said from an individual user. So why a video engagement platform? Video engagement platform allows simply a digital twin of your best and brightest, and agents get smarter over time. We're seeing a 25 to 200% reduction in cost versus employees or contractors. And that is certainly significant today. And then always available, always ready, never get sick. This can function, everybody pretty much on this call knows just how availability with chat bots as well as voice bots and video bots at any time of the day really is able to meet customer expectations much more than human agents. And diminished COVID liability. We are starting to see this from a number of our customers. We have customers today who've approached us and said, we have limits on how many humans we can have in a store. And we need a solution that allows us to still sell these products and answer these questions, but without humans in a store. How can you help us? And so we've been able to work in particularly retail to be able to get a solution that allows them to do this without having extra people in a store, which limits the number of customers that they have. Broad industry and application opportunities. Basically, there's a lot that you can do with voice and video bots. From some of the applications that we're doing today on the retail and healthcare, but also things like surveys, initial engagement, follow-up support, onboarding and enrollment. There's just a number of different areas that a virtual video avatar agent can serve that really can make a difference for a business. Technology approaches and benefits. Again, virtual bots are faster than typing and texting. They're hands-free, eyes-free, better, more natural experience. And today we have near human recognition levels. I remember when we started 3 years ago, ASR technology was getting good, but it wasn't at human levels. And we're now at human levels with most speech today, which is really an amazing thing. And then the voices that are played back for text-to-speech are also much more lifelike than they were even just 18 months ago. So that's a really quick, try to go through this as quick as I could there, but thank you for your time. And if there's any questions, I'll be happy to take them now.